Did you know that the Anti-Defamation League conducted a study which found that 26% of Americans believe Jews have too much power in the business world? Although 26% might not seem like a lot, that's over 85 million people. If people took anti-Semitism more seriously, then maybe our world can start focusing on more important issues. This is only one of the multiple ADL studies that found people believing in anti-Semitic tropes and behavior. Only 1 month ago, an article was published on CNN explaining how in the US, anti-Semitic incidents have increased by 140% since 2022. This is not a small margin. But a percentage doesn't really give a person a perspective on how terrible anti-Semitism is. In Beverly Hills, a Holocaust survivor's home was spray painted with F Jews. Imagine what that must have felt like for the Holocaust survivor. You were persecuted for years based off your religion and survived the largest mass murder of Jews. Years later, you find F Jews on your house. Imagine how horrified that person must have felt. Now I ask you this. How would you feel if a hateful message that targeted someone in your community was written in your neighborhood? My vision is that in the future, everyone is aware of what anti-Semitism is. This would involve schools being required to not only teach about anti-Semitism, but also the Holocaust. If everyone knew about anti-Semitism, people would hopefully be less likely to actually commit crimes of anti-Semitism as they would understand the hate it spreads. The only way you can improve on something is bringing awareness to it. This is true with other movements, as such shown in BLM, abortion rights, and more. In the past, you needed a big event to bring awareness to a topic, as shown with George Floyd and BLM. But this shouldn't have to happen. You can still bring awareness to anti-Semitism before someone has to die. At this moment, most of you are probably asking yourself, how does this affect me? You might not think that it does, but it really is. A lot of people think that big issues such as anti-Semitism are hard to talk about. That's why awareness isn't spread. Anti-Semitism started with someone taking a first step to say something hateful. I ask you today to take a first step, not to spread hate, but to instead bring people together and bring awareness to anti-Semitism. If you don't feel comfortable going out into your community and fighting anti-Semitism directly, there are other ways you can help. You could donate to an organization like ADL, Stand With Us, or Combat Anti-Semitism, and more. No matter how you help, your first step will always make a big difference. As the more people who take the first step, the more help it will bring. Thank you for listening.